glyph, but if PA isn't involved, they don't have any physical damage to really bring him down. So Black was calling this a free AM game. I kind of agree, but also kind of disagree, because Keen do have stunts. We've seen freer AM games this tournament than this one. Yeah. But I would really like to see Keen's last pick give them some sort of flat-out clear game plan of how do we win.
Timbersaw.
Silencer.
5 seconds remaining.
That this is why your prediction rate is pretty low.
But you haven't heard my explanation why it's 3 AM. You blink on the Rubik.
Yep.
Spell shield. Obviously can't kill that guy. But Centaur wants to save him, but then you Manta dodge a stun.
Oh.
And then literally everything was
Gotcha.
win the game by yourself.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds legit.
Yeah, and it's very simple.
AM is 3-1 in this tournament. That's pretty few games, actually.
Yeah.
I thought we'd more than 4 AM
more.
picks.
Yeah. I was thinking exactly the same. Felt like we'd have more of those
I think
games.
we had like 4 sniper games.
At least 4.
3.
At least 4. Yeah. Possibly
But only
even
against
5.
Medusa.
Yeah, pretty much only against Medusa.
Oh, it's 3. Okay.
Shadowfiend
And
ban.
100% win rate on a sniper. Sound right. I thought you'd lost one.
Don't blame Keen for this. It's been one of Gambit's absolute go-tos for Alpha
Shadowfiend.
Ninja.
Yep.
What's good for them? It could easily mid Rubik if they wanted.
What do you hate playing against when you're an AM?
10
Leash.
seconds
What's the
remaining.
word?
Leash is pretty annoying.
5
Yeah.
to deal with.
seconds remaining.
Not in the meta right now.
I'm
Not
thinking
even
about like
close.
the worst heroes. I think
No,
like
the
something like
mechanic, not Leash, the mechanic Leash.
So like,
Oh.
That's
like
what I mean.
Slark
Yeah.
Pounce or something.
something like a Lycan. I think is super annoying. When
He just thought it was
only
a
lose
crazy
one fight,
European
you
pronunciation of Lesh.
It's quite. I was like,
I'm
what
really
the hell?
surprised you didn't call me out on that point. I'm just gonna
Lee
Lee Shrek.
Lee Shrek.
The name's Shrek.
Lee
Lee
AM
Shrek.
doesn't care about.
Open-ended last pick from Keen. They don't know the mid matchup, so they get someone who's stable against pretty much anything.
Doesn't lose mid very much.
Could be
Yeah.
really good TA.
And they
I
can
don't-
still go back for the Elder Time if they want it.
I really don't like TAAM, so I hope they don't do that.
Kunkka!
That's a good pick.
Don't worry, lads.
Don't worry, the Admiral's here.
Oh, Kunkka and Tidehunter on the same team, though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad.
Lots of
It's all to protect the AM, right?
gushing water.
Yeah. This is pretty much, it's not exactly, but it's the pairing that they lost to against Ehome yesterday. They had Kunkka AM. Kunkka was making space. They played with Kunkka, Beastmaster, Lion, whatever their 4th hero was, and then Antimage.
And the biggest problem for AM, already he actually does a lot of damage break, but he dies really fast. You have the Kunkka buff.
All right, good stuff. Interesting draft from both teams. Let's start this end this time. Black.
I'm gonna Gambit.
Are you? Because you're not swayed by the Twitter predictions, by the way. 66% have gone for Gambit.
They should follow me.
Right. And what are you going for? I think you went after Twitter personally, but all right. Synderen?
This is really hard. I would actually like to see the drafts again, but I don't remember them by heart.
Kotl, Tiny, AM, Tide, Kunkka for Gambit.
Yeah, I feel like I should be
And-
fast on this. I'll go with Ehome in this game. I think the Undying is
Ehome aren't
actually...
playing.
Sorry, Keen. I'll go with Keen. I'll go with Ehome, then I'm on the safe side.
Yeah, can we make him go for Ehome in this game? I'm pretty sure he's going to lose.
He said he.
Yeah, I think he's going to lose if he goes for Ehome. He's going for Keen. Ted.
It is a tricky one.
Yeah, it is. Don't envy you.
Which might be good for you.
It might. I'm actually going to go for Gambit. I actually think.
Is this gut?
Yeah, Gambit.
Ted?
It's Gambit gut. I've
Okay,
got Gambit gut. Oh, it's very
Gambit
painful,
gut.
but if
You
I
should
bet
get
on
that scene
them,
to Ted
Gambit.
before you get into any trouble. All right, Gambit for Pyrian Flax and Gambit for Black. Synderen with Keen. Let's head over to the game then, ladies and gentlemen. Get our lower bracket final underway.
Thanks, Paul. All right, so we need to do our predictions quickly. We don't get to have a little banter with them about it. But where are you going with this, Lacoste? How are you feeling?
If they're not showing my face, I'm gonna go with Gambit this time. I think it's a free anti-mage game, but as Black pointed out, the Rum from Kunkka is gonna bring him some tankiness that he needs because they could easily blow him up with the Centaur, Lina, especially PA.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I think the key here is who initiates first, because while Keen do have the defensive usage of Stampede, when you think about the boat buff that comes out from Kunkka, how tanky Tide is, magic resistance on this anti-mage. Just feels like Gambit do have the means to
30
repel
seconds to battle.
Keen's fights.
So I'm looking at the lanes. Wherever Undying goes, that should be an easy lane because he's playing against one of the strength heroes, either Tiny or Tide.
Yeah, we'll definitely get an advantage there. It's going to be interesting to see if Gambit want to stick with what they're showing bot right now, which is like they've got 3 heroes down here. They can't really leave the AM alone top, so at least they don't give the Undying the best scenario, which would be a tri-lane. The Hag, he doesn't actually manage to get the rune there, so it looks like it's going to be 2 runes apiece, as Gambit was able to secure the bot ones. It should be interesting to watch this mid matchup. It feels like this is definitely more Kunkka favored, especially with the new bracer, right?
Oh yeah, love me some bracers. I've seen this matchup going both ways, but most of the time it's Kunkka who comes on top.
And of course, that race towards 6 is going to be crucial here, because while you can Laguna down, if you got like double bracer by then, it's hard to actually get a kill out of that. And at the same time, for Kunkka, it's very easy with the X bow into Torrent. You can definitely look back at this lane around 6 and expect to see one killing the other. The other lane's going to be a little bit more interesting though. You're going to have the Rubik and the Centaur, which should be pretty effective at shutting down AM's early farm, right?
Yeah, Kunkka so far not doing well on the mid lane. There it is, Torrent. He's coming back now. With 2 missed stuns so far. 1 out of 3 hit.
You know, you just got to take the shots. If you got mana, throw it out there. And of course, the catch here is if you do get hit by that Torrent, 2 free hits from a Kunkka, that's a lot more than what you can dish out to him courtesy of the Stout Shield. So far, I actually quite like the way that FNG's positioned himself in this lane. Like, he knows that Undying wants to run at them. They're super split, and usually this would be too aggressive of a positioning for a Keeper of the Light, right?
And it's always good to just stay away from double decay. Tidehunter, when he's in front, uses Anchor Smash. It gets kind of hard for PA to get the last hits, and FNG just using the blast from Fog gets a ton of damage. He has 12 stacks of decay.
Older Kulich is getting pretty low here. Dark trying to chase through, but he can't connect. This kind of the crux is you're really reliant on this dagger to actually enable you to get any kills at all, right? Because what else do you do as an Undying? You just run at them. And in fairness, Tide is very tanky, and Keeper does have a lot of base movement speed.
Undying's running low on mana. Has a Mango to work with, and a couple of charges on Magic Stick. When he uses all of his mana, he's probably just gonna suicide on the tower.
Yeah, we do see it quite often. I feel like Undying was the hero that started this kind of notion of denying yourself to tower, right? Like, as far as I can remember, he was the one that started doing it first of all, and then a lot of supports went, oh, this makes sense, actually.
Oh yeah, we didn't notice Tiny is the king of the hill, standing there.
Oh, wow, yeah, no, he got put there.
Oh yeah, that's Rubik right there.
Good old Rubik. Wow, Keen. That's a huge advantage for them in this lane. I mean, I was wondering why the AM would have been left alone this long. Finally, Immersion will be able to get across here. But
if Kaka wanted to be a pain in the ass, he could have tried to block the courier to bring him a TP. It was still not minute 3, so he could have tried to snipe the courier.
That's true. Which one has like more value there? What, like, would you rather deny the XP to the Rubik or the Tiny in that scenario? Like, I feel like either one being missing from the lane is equally disadvantageous.
Oh, I'm definitely going for a courier.
You just want to be annoying, right?
Oh yeah, pain in the ass.
It's a style
That's
point.
my middle name.
So looking at the CS up to this point, Old Chicken doing fantastically, but the Kunkka is matching him from the mid lane. And of course, we have somewhat Phantom Assassin can do with 1 or 2 quick Wraith Bands just into aggression onto these type of heroes. Especially when you consider things like Tide and Keep the Light, they don't have the best means to defend themselves. Not exactly the anti-mage who has his escape plan, or the Tiny who has an avalanche that lasts a few seconds. All in all, do you want to actually, as this goes on, where does Dark move? Does he just hang here and just try and be annoying to the Tide for like the next 7-8 minutes? Or do you think they should try and make some plays around the Centaur Rubik?
Dark moves to a tower and dies.
That's what he's going to do soon. He's still, not quite yet, of course. He's still got mana to work with. So he'll just pummel a little bit more before that happens. Yeah, here we go. We can actually see the lift coming out now. And this is the problem with playing Tiny like this, is if you get the tree like that, and Dash in the mid lane will go down as the first blood is drawn. Nice rotation coming out from Keeper.
Now this is huge for Kunkka actually on the mid lane. He is level 5.5. Lina is actually same level, but she's missing a lot of XP because she's dead. And if Kunkka hits level 6, he could get a solo kill.
Indeed possible. Courier was waiting there to actually give the ward. And there's already a Wraith Band available for Phantom Assassin heading towards the bot lane. Motion, you feel like he's maybe learned his lesson. Because I think the problem that you saw there, right, is you level the tree straight away and you walk past that cliff as we saw. And there's no chance you could turn around and defend yourself against a Rubik cliff. Definitely something to keep in mind for the future. And I'm sure Immersion will think of that. Just have flashbacks to that moment.
And there's a rotation coming out from FNG, Smoke. Ah, that's gonna rule him. That's gonna get de-warded as well.
That was unfortunate. Of course, Lina was farming this creep camp here.
Oh, this one should get de-warded as well.
Oh, this is not a fun start for FNG. Can't get any vision game control for his team. But in the end, that's not what's going to win them the game. They don't necessarily need to go on the aggress in this type of game. They just need to make sure Animage's got room. And Animage's being harassed a little bit here, but nice avalanche coming out from Immersion to cover him to back up. That's always the frustration. As long as the Tiny is here, how do you initiate with the Centaur? Maybe you initiate onto the Tiny.
They can't kill a Tiny. They can try to harass Tiny, bring him low, and then re-initiate when the spells are up.
Might be the best choice you have. Kulich just showing how he's already unkillable up to level 5 in that bot lane as he has been left to his own devices. FNG been back and forth between the mid and bot. And once you get around this point, how the hell do you actually kill this Tide with this lane?
You don't. He's even maxing out the Kraken Shell.
He's just identifying his role here.
It's impossible to kill him. Unless they get 5-6 stacks of decay on him.
Yeah, you could have seen an early point in Gush maybe if he felt like FNG was going to hang around for Illuminate blasts, but in reality, like you're better off being the scenario where you can go, okay, FNG, move around the map. I can handle a 2-on-1 scenario and we'll get an XP advantage here. And at the same time, Keeper of the Light's not necessarily this hero that is rushing towards getting levels. You know, larger Illuminates are great, but in the end, he's just going to end up farming waves anyway. So he will catch up.
I'm surprised they didn't de-ward at the mid-ward that FNG just played. Actually, he's gonna be the one removing their ward.
That's problematic.
Because Lina could saw it, and the other ward could be seen by an Undying when she was passing by.
I was wondering if they may be trying to play around it, like knowing that and then going, okay, they don't know that we know, sort of thing. But in the end, they do get de-warded. They did, in fact, know. And you can already see that Lina doesn't exist in the lane because, well, Kunkka reached level 7. So he's got the bow available now, so he's a huge threat, especially with the Arcane Rune. There is a smoke rotation coming. Gambit know that this Lina has fallen back to the jungle. They want to punish it. Looking the wrong way. Things are coming out right now. They're circling around to make sure that Double Dash doesn't have an escape. And he definitely doesn't know that position. They see him. They're going to move through. Avalanche is going to be there. Torrent as well.
Oh, a little bit of misplay.
They're actually holding onto the bow. There it is. X is finally going to come out. She did actually get the D-wall before she'll go down. But she will fall nonetheless. Afanin does get the final touch. I mean, consolation prize to one here. He did at least get the ward before he went down.
Yep. At least it's something anti-mage. Forced to use the shrine. They're putting a lot of pressure on this tower. Centaur popped his retaliate.
Yeah, FNG does come up here. He's the hero to push this out. Like, he didn't want to be here originally because he would disrupt the anti-mage's farming.
Oh yeah, yesterday Young 11 was hitting tower for 700. I mean, he had 700 damage on a Centaur.
The hero does get pretty absurd with the retaliate, especially when you get to level 20 and get your hands on the damage count. Happening, hit up on the Light Strike Array. They're trying to hit into him quick enough. Rubik is arriving, but there's going to be a torrent to cover the escape. The TP does get cancelled. Too tanky on this Kunkka. He might turn around. One needs to be careful. He gets a little bit too close. That level 2X can connect. And oh, Kaka. They are skirting the edge of death right here because the Kunkka can kill either of them at this point with the bow combo. Actually, he might do it just now. Kaka has been seen. There's the X. Bow is now coming in. And when Rubik comes back, going to be a sad one. We're getting low, actually. Nice soul rip coming out. Dark does cover him. He dropped the tombstone pretty early to make sure Immersion couldn't hang around.
That's a lot of space for Anti-Mage. He's left alone versus a Centaur, has 2 points in counter spell, some extra magic resistance, 2 raid bans. There's no way they're killing this Anti-Mage.
Definitely going to become a problem because the AM is, of course, the solution for Gambit. Kunkka is top of net worth, and that's where he needs to be at this stage because his job is to create that space, that time barrier, so that Anti-Mage can get online. You always take out the tower. The hack will be able to blink away. That's the trees, and we'll move off. Maybe you could try stationing bot, but at the same time, I mean, the Phantom Assassin could just mirror your movements, and she does a lot of damage at this stage.
Yeah, the top lane's gonna push, so Anti-Mage could stay there, and they want to use this Ravage, they want to use this boat. So I expect them to pressure the bottom tower. Also, mid tower is really low.
Good make the move there. FNG is already pushing this in, and that one will follow up. They're going to actually force the side of Keen to respond. You can already see them moving in right now. They've got the tombstone in 8 seconds. X is going to be there. Boat coming in on the dark. She's drawing back, Immersion his way in as well. They've got the lockdown, Avalanche, toss on the air, and it's enough. Light Striker Ray used in return to stop, and the Laguna play. Just trying to melt through this tiny, but he's so damn tanky with the boat buff. The Ravage is going to be there. Stampede to try and get away, but they can't do it quite quick enough. Now Dash held on the spot. Nice Light Striker around to do, but the X already came out, and when he comes back, he should be going down. But first of all, Kaka has to fall. It looks like Dash is actually going to live here. Afon can get the cleave in time. He would have got the kill, but he's unable to. He will at least get Old 11, though. And Dark, you don't want to be here. He needs to leave. The problem is the X is a low cooldown now, which means they could just roll them one by one, as Keen are going to lose 3 heroes. And it was almost bought. Oh, Chicken. He goes in, he gets the kill in Immersion. They need to leave. The Tombstone zombies are still harassing them. They're looking to turn around. Kaka's coming across right now. Gulich is pretty slow. Torrent should cover the escape, though. Afon. We'll just throw out Tidebringer to ensure that Kaka doesn't pursue that any further.
These zombies are just slowing Tidehunter. They're dealing literally 0 damage to him.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, this is the frustration though, right? Like, Gambit are playing a variant of the Centaur Stampede damage mitigation concept. With the boat buff, Tidehunter with the anti-mage, everyone has their own means to kind of resist the damage that Keen does.
Yeah, look at the patience coming out from Tidehunter here. He did not want to use Ravage immediately. He's waiting for Centaur to use ulti, and then he uses it. There it is.
Beautifully done. Still flipped on the Lena. She did live in the end with the perfect Light Strike array. Kunkka just couldn't sidestep in time, and the lift from Kaka did cover the escape.
Keeper of the Light with the sick blast. It connected on 3 people.
Playing around these choke points definitely favors the side of Gambit with the bow, with the torrent, with the illuminate. Of course, with the Ravage. And FNG is still level 6 now. Considering how little time he spent in lane and was back and forth, not really achieving too much early on, he has caught up. Or 11 in the mid lane. Trying to harass him down. He's a little bit too tanky. Avalanche is going to be there, though. They'll toss back across. They'll look for this. The Stomp's going to come out. Old 11, he can't move away quick enough. X is now cooldown. The boat is off cooldown as well. And he might be out of health. Tombstone, though. Oh, there's Ignis going down. Connects on the 3. They're stuck here. Stampede will come out to allow them to move away. The boat's stolen, running through. We'll give them the boat buff. They can't use it because Old 11's already dead. Immersion did get the final touch with the tree. Afon, moving forward. Dark, been found. X, Torrent is going to be there. Can't easily get away from this. Another Avalanche comes out, tossed on the spot. Light Strike Ray, Laguna turn around. Decent damage done to Immersion, but he is still too tanky. This is the true strength of these strength supports.
Oh yeah, I love how Kunkka is playing. Every single time he goes in, uses X mark and then just runs back. He does not want to deal the damage. He's setting up kills for Keeper of the Light with the Illuminate or just Tiny using his combo.
So far, each of Gambit's big spells being used for the first time have netted good things. You've seen the Ravage to good effect. You've now seen the Ignis being used to good effect in the mid lane. While you might not have got as many kills out as you would have liked, forcing that Stampede out of Keen is big because that is not only the defensive means, that's also the means of initiating.
And level 1 is such a huge cooldown, 110 seconds.
That pony had to be punished. He was a little bit too strong. Dark. Explode up here. They can't move across in time. There is going to be an X and the boat coming in. A bow and bow action in fact. But Kaka, he's going to be the one going down. Oh, he tried. And that's an important kill because that boat could be a big impact spell for the side of Keen in these fights. Not necessarily always the easiest one to steal.
Look at the way Gambit is playing right now. They're using 4 heroes to hunt down while buying time for anti-mage. The best kill they could get is Phantom Assassin, so she doesn't get very good timing on a Battle Fury.
And she's playing around the wards. You can already see them pretty deep from Keen. They had warded up the dire jungle. Feeling that's the safest place to be because after the last 1 or 2 minutes, you can already see Gambit's focus is on invading the Radiant side of the map. Of course, with the new blur, you are able to just hide from your opponent's wards as well. And where they'll find you is scans, it running out, or them running close. Is on, but Phantom Assassin should reach the Battle Fury before the Anti-Mage is the thing, but you always have to consider who can farm quicker. It's probably going to be the Anti-Mage considering he does have that blink. Immersion smashes away, the bounty rune moves away. And that's actually going to be 4 bounty runes for the side of Gambit. Huge buffer to gold for the Anti-Mage especially, and the Kunkka. 7,500 net worth right now. He did go for the armlet, knowing he needs to be aggressive early on, not concerned about the halberd build. And then straight into the BKB to make sure no one disrupts his combo.
Yeah, I love the build. It gives him so much tankiness. He might get halberd as a 3rd item. Ripples PA so much.
They might get a kill in the bot lane here. They know that someone from Keen is here. They just scanned. Gambit are waiting. They're saying, let them make the move onto Huck, because they know that Keen can't let this Anti-Mage free farm. Phantom Assassin is here as well. This could go catastrophically for the side of Keen. There he goes, tries to move out. A little bit too late though.
What is this attempt?
Yeah, that is a hope in hell, right? I'll just walk up to him, this hero that has a blink and is nowhere near the tree line. The thing's already coming out, actually. They say, okay, he needs to be punished for that, because that was pretty silly. The problem is they don't know who's behind it. Surely a Centaur doesn't make a move like that without backup.
I mean, he tried to run in with phase boots from Fog, but the anti-mage positioning was, was way better.
Yeah, see, Dota Plus isn't amused. It just moved 2% more when it saw that move. 83% chance that Gambit takes it in this state. 4k net worth lead already. 3k XP. And they might go on all 11 now. The Avalanche is going to come out. Illuminate's being charged up. Tossed on the spot. X as well with the boat coming in. He's going to be dragged back to his death. Stunned and dead. Took a while. A lot of patience coming up from Gambit. They didn't need to get active because the whole while Anti-Mage was just standing there and farming.
Yeah, and the Tide Hunter on the mid lane, drawing a lot of attention, knowing that they really can't kill him. Just trying to give them info where enemy heroes are.
It is seeming like an impossibility to get through this Tide at this point in the game.
They have a vision.
Nice Striker Ray just comes out so she can move quicker. They did have that ward down the lane, but Lena's pretty paranoid at this stage. She knows she's not ahead. In fact, she's the poorest core in the game right now. She has just got the Yule, so this would be the time to make a play. She has a way to deal with the Kunkka.
So Gambit at the early stage of this minor playing extremely aggressive, but in the later stage of the tournament they just love to fall back. They're really not in a rush. They also adjusted their picks a little bit.
They seem more composed. Like it's identifying how easily that ultra aggression can backfire and realizing the strengths that your lineup has. And when you pick an anti-mage, you are basically saying just create space. Don't even necessarily go fight them. Force them to come fight us. Just with the impending doom that is anti-mage free farm. Looking at levels right now, where is the biggest difference? It's between the offlaners, right? Like, yeah, Ultra 11's only level 10, and then the Kulich up on level 13. The impact these two heroes have, I mean, you know it's a difference. They're trying to make a move onto that said hero. Tide Hunter, the enemy chase down Stampede with their Light Striker Ray, but they debuff it off straight away. Laguna has been used, the Yule's coming out, but the Torrent is coming in just there. The backup is there, Ravage does come out, Centaur went a little bit too deep here. Ignis does get dropped, they want this Centaur kill. Old 11 does get a range of it, but the rest of his team trying to move through to reinforce him. Dark stuck in the middle of it. Boat does come out, Tide Hunter's already dead though. The drawback's going to be there, Phantom Assassin getting pretty low, and can they actually turn this around? Centaur's already down, Phantom Assassin on the deck. Kaka is going to run for the high hills. Dark, this isn't the way to escape. Go for the TP away, nothing they can do, but the X is already there on the Kaka, so they'll find another kill into another support.
That's the worst hero they can go on. On a Tide Hunter, they don't have any kind of vision on enemy side of the map. I'm talking about Keen Gaming, so they don't see where they're moving. And with the good Ravage, he also uses Anchor Smash right away, so Ruby can't steal the Ravage.
Definitely feels a little bit desperate from Keen. Like, you know that's the tankiest hero. You know that's the hardest kill. And we saw it. They land the stun. You see it in a second. And instantly it just debuffs because, of course, the Kraken shells. That's the front side. There we go. Just comes off, moves away. And, yeah, quick across from Gambit. Turns it all around. I like this at Ignis as well. It's not greedy. It just ensures that you separate the fight. Not just for a tide kill. I mean, I say just for, it's a decent kill to find, but you're not dealing with the core issues, which is the Kunkka and the anti-mage. They're just farming you. And now, those two are the ones sitting top of net worth. Both about to breach the 10,000 mark. Odd Coolidge leading the way. Yours is going to be there. Let's drag away as well. Connects onto two. Illuminate has been charged though, so they'll back away. They got what they came for, and that was the bounty rune. And he's going to be 2 apiece. The hack has picked up an invis rune, but it's an anti-mage, so there's no concern there. He was probably just going to use it to move back to farm.
There's a lot of good spells to steal. Rubik just needs to be careful about his positioning. Either Tide ulti, Boat from Kunkka, Patus.
Even X, like the cooldown on X, the plays you could potentially make with it.
X is not gonna win them a team fight, but if they get a kill or two, they kind of lack control, so X is gonna be good.
One, he's gonna fall here. They try and turn around, emerge a big court, but there's the Ignis going down. They actually push them further out though. They want to get rid of this tombstone, and that is why they placed it like that. No way to stop them doing it either. Dark just stares on as he loses his beautiful home. Oh, Avalanche jumping even deeper, toss back. They're on the old chicken here, but they can't quite do enough damage. He'll escape. Can't see a Kaka hanging around. Old man with the Ravage ready. Oh, Ravage comes out, connects on the 3 heroes. In fact, another torrent. Avalanche follow-up is enough, with the boat coming in as well. The Phantom Assassin is already dead. Kaka couldn't even get a good steal there. He'd already used it to get the anchor smash. So no consolation prize for the side of Keen.
Hunter is so fast after he uses Ravage. Instant anchor smash. They could go for a Roche right now.
He has the Vlads.
Vlads.
Well,
28 seconds. Well, Antimage is far away. I guess he just wants to get his Manta style before they take another fight.
he just wants to farm. Like, there's no real rush for Gambit right now. They have control of the map. The pressure is definitely on Keen to go out and make a play. And at what point do you do that? Especially when you consider this Phantom Assassin went for that Battle Fury. They're going to try now anyway. Smoked up as 4, and the Phantom Assassin the only one not involved. Still dead. Bomb. Step off to the side. Hide again, though. At least know he doesn't have a Ravage this time around. And his team is leaving him. Airbot comes out.
He's extremely tanky with that fight.
There's Light Striker A, though. They're going to go for this. They drop Tombstone, Laguna as well. Dagger through to slow him up. Now, can they run him through is the question. He's at least going to buy a lot of time. Tide, where are the taunts at least? Yours, Light Striker A, he'll finally fall. But that took quite a long time, and if Gambit had been anywhere in the neighborhood, that could have backfired.
If he just got the boat.
Just the boat, yeah, he wouldn't die.
Kunkka, he wouldn't die.
Imagine you get another 10 minutes in the game, and let's see, like, you're probably not going to see the Ags pick up for Cottle. They're more focused on refreshers now, but just imagine that in this type of lineup. How does anyone on Gambit die with a boat and Illuminate? Be interesting to see. Because right now, actually, FNG is doing something a little less greedy. He's going for the Ghost Scepter. Motion looking for a kill here, though. Jumps in, Avalanche toss back, and there's the Ignis. You're not TPing away. And one knows that they push him back in, so he's sleeping on the spot. X finally arriving. Not really even needed. That is Alina dead for 50 seconds. At a crucial point.
Has been under my radar for quite some time. After playing an amazing bounty hunter when no one was playing it for a reason, he can still make this extremely weak hero work. And I would call him second best CIS position 4 player.
Big compliments coming out from the cop. See if Immersion can continue to live up to it. Because his team has gone to the Roche pit. Oh, it's going to be down to FNG. Avalanche does come out, and there's the pushback. Ravage has been used, connecting to multiple heroes here. Phantom Assassin's going to go down. The Mana Void already being used. Centaur will follow suit. They're not done just yet. They'll turn around to take out the Tombstone. Dark, he's not fast enough to escape. He's going to trap the TV. The torrent! Oh, it just connects on the edge. Afon on point with his torrent positionings throughout this game so far. And they'll just go straight back to the pit.
Antimage doesn't even bother. Alright,
he just wants to go farm.
Okay, he went to buy a Vanguard, comes back. The Antimage should be the one getting that Aegis. He can play aggressively with it.
most likely.
Every single time Phantom Assassin dies, Anti-Mage still sitting on 0 deaths this game.
He's having the time of his life. The race of the Battle Furies has a clear victor at this stage. So the question is, what next for Keen? You know the BKB has been stacked up and Phantom Assassin's working towards it. Wait, has he changed? No, he's changed across. He's got his BKB, he's going Death Slayer next. I feel like the Deso was the better choice this game, just because the AM wasn't really being slowed down at all, so he was always going to match or beat you.
She needs some kind of a raw damage because their damage output is really limited. What is Dota Plus saying? 98%? Did I see that
It was
right?
pretty high. I glanced at it for a second. Oh, Light Strike Array coming in. Doesn't matter though. Older Kulich. They're going on the tide, and this is the mistake every time. Stampede, they're still chasing forward, looking for something here. And look at they see right now is Tide taking a lot of damage. Those can retaliate. Torrent doesn't connect. But they're about to go into a choke point. They need to be careful, tying down half HP. The Ignis does get dropped. Tombstone on the high ground. They need to get rid of this quick. Then they need to back up Immersion. Stands his ground with the BKB expert by Old Chicken so he can run through and get a kill. Old Chicken going even deeper, but the hack defends himself. Blinks away. They've got the boat still. The composure from Gambit, they didn't even use it. BKB activated. Now they see the target they want. Old Chicken, that's what they saved the boat for. He comes back in and he's dead. Kaka, he might get found as well. The pings come out. They know where he is. They split up looking for more. Mana Void is there, and uh-oh, Dash can't get away.
Oh, that seemed like a really long TP coming out from Lina.
Upon, Kaka. Oh, he can't get away. The X just in time. No mercy for this Rubik. He's going to fall as well. And the patience from Gambit, not only in this fight, but throughout the game so far, has been incredible. They know not to make a rash move. They know they don't have to rush here.
Gambit's making Dota look so easy to play. They are not making any mistakes in this game. And Jesus, Keen Gaming actually managed to score only 4 kills.
With that lineup as well. Like there's very decent kill potential with that lineup. Problem is, you say that and you look at your opponents, you go, who do we kill? The only one is possibly Keeper alive, but so far FND's positioning has been pretty damn on point in every fight. No deaths at all on this Keeper alive. 1 kill, 14 assists. That's kind of the dream, right? This is the type of hero that greedily farms and then usually dies in very questionable scenarios.
Yeah, his positioning has been extremely well, and now that he has a Ghost Scepter, he really doesn't have to care about the Phantom Assassin bursting him up.
And you were right about the Dota Plus. Now it's gone up to 98% though. Half Keen's odds. They've still got 2% chance, alright? Dota is not defined by this moment in the game. There is still a means for Keen to get back in. What is the primary focus? What is the next big pickup that gives them an opportunity to do something?
I think they could just gather up once Kanka has his AC and just siege, try to force.
Well, we'll see if they can make something happen. Old 11, not feeling as tanky as most Centaurs here. He's actually queued up a BKB in this game.
Well, that's what he did yesterday, but they were ahead, so he had a BKB, Heart, he uses a Retaliate, they siege.
I guess his logic is they can't X me, but there's always someone they can X and draw back. Even if you Stampede escapes, someone's going to be left behind. Like by Gambit. Will be revealed. Oh, the Avalanche doesn't connect though, Immersion. You've done it in a different direction. As a result, Old 11's able to blink away, but the hack is on your high ground. Old Chicken. Well, he will feel the fury of his own daggers as he's slowed down. Oh, extra back. They found a target. Torrent is out. Old 11 out of mana and maybe out of life. Ignis does get dropped. Connects on the 4. There's the Ravage. The Gulich moves straight in. They chase him, but the boat's going to come through. Old Chicken activates the BKB just in time. Light Strike Array is out. Nope. It's too late. GG gets called. They know it's all over. Gambit take game 1.
Yeah, what an easy game from Gambit. There was a throughout this